One Day Cup, Lammonby keeps Somerset alive as Leics and Middlesex stay top. Published Somerset kept their hopes of qualifying for the latter stages of the One Day Cup alive with a thumping victory over Surrey, thanks to a brilliant Tom Lammonby. The Taunton opener hit 114 in a huge partnership with captain Lewis Goldsworthy as Somerset thrashed their Group A elsewhere. Leicestershire pipped Warwickshire to stay top of the group, while Luc Benkenstein's electric innings of 140 helped Essex edge Glamorgan in a Cardiff nail-biter. Middlesex remained top of Group B after a tight victory over Durham, who lost England international Emilio Gay to injury early in his innings. And holders Worcestershire Rapids chased down 334 at lowly Sussex in the penultimate over, directed beautifully by captain Jake Libby with an unbeaten century.
So why is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1?
It's the hormone that helps control cravings, blood sugar, and appetite. Basically, it tells your brain you're full.
Most GLP-1 supplements out there are actually cinnamon or turmeric in a capsule,
Which don't actually support GLP-1.
Edavita GLP-1 is different. It's the first capsule with Akkermansia, a gut bacteria linked to GLP-1 release.
Plus, berberine, green tea, grapeseed, hibiscus, and prebiotics to feed the good bacteria.
Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/7 to explore the details.
Group A, Notts and Lancashire win as Leicestershire stay top at Chesterfield. Northamptonshire reached 259 from their 50 overs thanks to contributions from opener Luke Proctor, 53, captain Nathan McSweeney, 49, and George Bartlett, 55. It became increasingly apparent, though, that the visitors were short as Nottinghamshire's chase wore on, despite losing opener Ben Martindale for 18 and Tayyab Tahir for 8. At 64-2, Freddie McCann then hit 91 before being trapped by Yuzvendra Chahal, while captain Hasib Hamid added a knock of 51 to place the hosts in a position of strength. Kyle Varron, 39 not out, and Lyndon James, 45 not out, then put on an unbroken partnership of 69 to steer Notts to a comfortable 6-wicket victory with more than 3 overs to spare. Having lost Johnny Connell cheaply, Somerset pair Lammonby, 114, and Goldsworthy, 83, blitzed 152 from 141 deliveries for the second wicket to set up the hosts' big 188-run victory over Surrey at Taunton. Middle order pair Archie Vaughan, 52, and Kyan Roberts, 32, built on that early partnership as Somerset lifted themselves up to a mammoth 368-9. Their pursuit got off to the worst possible start when they lost Dominic Sibley for a 2-ball duck and fellow top-order batters Ryan Patel, 40, Rory Burns, 15, and Adam Thomas, 9, soon followed to leave the visitors flailing at 65-4. Efforts were made by Ollie Sykes, 34, and Josh Blake, 47, who put on 57 together to drag Surrey back into the equation, but the visitors were bowled out for 180. Leicestershire continued their march towards qualification as they sealed a 3-wicket victory over Warwickshire at Grace Road. The Bears were in trouble at 31-4, but young pair Kai Smith, 57, and Vance Janney, 33, stemmed the flow of wickets and began to drag the visitors back into the contest. Smith and George Garton, 38, put on 68 before both departed in the space of 2 balls as Leicestershire cleaned up the tail, and the Bears were left to defend 220. Oliver Hannon-Dalby, 327, led the charge as Warwickshire made scoring runs for Leicestershire especially difficult in the early stages. But the hosts recovered from 10-3 and then 43-4 to claim victory thanks to the calm and measured presence of Nick Kelly with a quality knock of 86. Cameron Bancroft fell just 2 short of a century for Gloucestershire as they suffered a 4-wicket defeat to Lancashire in the penultimate over of the match at Old Trafford, a result which keeps the hosts' hopes of qualifying alive. Gloucestershire captain Jack Taylor suitably supported Australian opener Bancroft with a contribution of 75, which pushed his side up to 276. Lancashire's top order, in reply, laid the foundations for a successful chase. Matty Hurst was bowled by Ammon Rao for 48, while Josh Bohannon hit 42 before he was caught and bowled by Ed Middleton. The experienced Keaton Jennings made a reliable 67, but when middle-order pair Rocky Flintoff and Harry Singh departed cheaply, there remained work to do for the Red Rose at 183.6. George Balderson, 56 not out, and Arav Shetty, 36 not out, saw Lancashire home late in the game with an unbroken 61-ball stand of 90. Group B, Middlesex stay top and key wins for Essex and Worcestershire Middlesex clinched their 5th win of the competition with a brilliantly measured chase to add insult to injury for Durham, who had England opener Gay retire hurt earlier in the day. Durham posted 303 from their 50 overs, and although Gay left the field unable to continue with a shoulder complaint on 9, his opening partner Alex Lees added 103. Will Rhodes also contributed 65, while Middlesex bowler Navya Sharma claimed figures of 464 from his 10 overs. Chasing a daunting target, Middlesex put runs on the board early. When Josh De Caires, 34, got out to Casey Aldridge, Middlesex captain Ben Geddes, 77, and Joe Cracknell, 84, immediately picked up the baton and put on 96 for the 3rd wicket. Neither were there to steer Middlesex over the line, but late hitting from tail-enders Toby Rowland-Jones and Henry Brooks finished off the work with just 3 balls left. Yorkshire all but sealed progress from Group B with an intriguing 5-wicket win over Derbyshire at Scarborough, thanks to substantial contributions from batters James Wharton and Sam Whiteman. Openers Harry Kame, 58, and Martin Anderson, 67, struck a stand worth 140 for the Falcons before the hosts fought back. Ben Cliff, 357, led the way with the ball to ensure Derbyshire were made to settle on 278, and that made for an enticing outground chase. Derbyshire appeared well placed to defend that figure when they had Yorkshire at 57-3. But century partnerships between Wharton, 75, and Whiteman, 94, and then Whiteman and George Hill, 63 not out, carefully guided the hosts to victory in the final over of a gripping match. Essex edged a thriller, winning by just 3 runs against hosts Glamorgan as more than 600 runs were scored and 17 wickets fell at Sophia Gardens. Put in, Essex openers Benkenstein and Noah Tyne, 76, put on 166 for the 1st wicket, as the former smoked 140 from just 109 balls. Having been 257-2, Essex collapsed and were bowled out for 312 with 17 deliveries left of their innings. However, they were well placed to defend that when they reduced Glamorgan to 78-5, with Shane Snader, 349, making inroads with the ball. A terrific unbeaten 118 from Tim van der Gugten, well supported in the middle overs by Alex Horton, 85, hauled Glamorgan towards the victory line. Yet they fell short when needing 6 from the final over, as Mackenzie Jones restricted them to just 2. Finn Hudson-Prentice Top scored with a blistering 68 from only 35 balls as he helped Sussex up to 333-9, but Worcestershire Rapids won the day at Hove, thanks to their skipper. Hudson-Prentice, in his final season with Sussex before he joins Hampshire in 2027, was one of 8 players in the batting order to pass 20 in a true team effort which failed to bear fruit. Ben Gibbon, 374, was rewarded for his efforts with the ball, but Jack Leaning also posted 50 as the hosts set an imposing total for their visitors to chase. Isaac Mohammed, 44, and Brett D'Oliveira, 31, set the platform for the hunt, and then Kashif Ali fired a rapid 73 from 51 balls, including 6 fours and 3 sixes. Libby then played a captain's knock to anchor the chase, finishing on 109 not out as the Rapids chased down their target with 10 balls remaining. Next fixtures Sunday, 9 August, 11:00 BST, Group A Warwickshire v Lancashire, Rugby. Kent v Leicestershire, Beckenham, Northamptonshire v Somerset, Northampton, Gloucestershire v Nottinghamshire, Cheltenham, Group B Sussex v Hampshire, Hove, Durham v Essex, Darlington, Glamorgan v Worcestershire, Cardiff, Derbyshire v Middlesex, Derby.